Hi everyone, it's Cads Adams, and today I've got with me Stephen Aitchison, who's the UK's #1 personal development blogger. And I've known Stephen for a few years, and I've just got some great banter going on with Stephen, and he knows a lot about personal development. He's a great expert that can really help you, take your success and manifestations, or whatever you want to achieve, to the next level. And today we're going to talk about affirmations and how that can help you change your life. So yeah, Stephen, great to meet you.
Gad, thanks very much for having me. It's a pleasure talking to you again, especially on Skype.
Yeah, and so yeah, affirmations. What are they all about? How can they help people?
Well,
Well,
basically,
actually, we'll start telling a bit more about your story. Actually, first of all, so how you got into personal development and what your experience is.
basically, I got into personal development. It was years ago. I mean, I was going through a lot of kind of mental turmoil. I'm 20s, 21, 22, that kind of age, and I discovered a book, Think and Grow Rich, by Napoleon Hill. And ever since then, it's kind of snowballed. I got into personal development, read lots of books, and really started to turn life around by implementing all these ideas
Yeah.
in the book with the kind of law of attraction, which it wasn't called back then, but it was the kind of law of attraction stuff. And it culminated in me going to university to study a degree in psychology, so I could understand more about
Okay.
human
Yeah.
behavior, the human mind, and just to understand how humans worked much better, especially the brain. And I started a blog back in 2006, and I think it's one of the longest running personal development blogs out there.
Huh.
And it just kind of snowballed from there, developed my own products, and I really got into personal development in a big way and started coaching and doing stuff like that. And it's resulted in me being here talking to you today.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool. That's a really good story. And so, I mean, what kind of products do you have, and what kind of things do you help people with, like directly?
Well, my main area is talking about beliefs because it kind of really all starts with beliefs. If you can change your beliefs, you can literally change your life. You can change anything about your life if you can
Yeah.
change your belief. So really, that's the core that I like to teach about beliefs. But it's really everything about changing your thoughts, the law of attraction. It's about affirmation, just different tools because everybody's got a toolbox
Sure.
in their
Sure. Yeah.
life. Everybody uses a toolbox and just pick out the tools that they need to start changing life. And the law of attraction is just one tool. Changing your beliefs is another tool. Affirmations is another tool. But some tools are much better than others. And I found affirmations to be one of the premium kind of tools that you can use.
So, I mean, for those that aren't like familiar with affirmations, what is affirmations all about? What are examples of affirmations, and what kind of situations could you kind of use them in?
Well, really, you can use them. I'll give you examples, but you can use them in all kind of situations. If there's anything at all you want to change in your life, whether it be if you want to lose weight, if you want to change your jobs, if you want to make more money, if you want to start a relationship, you can use affirmations to do that. But if we break it down to the core concept of affirmations,
Yeah.
it's a statement of intent to your subconscious mind. So if you
Right.
think about that, a statement of intent to your subconscious mind. So really what you're saying there is you're sending a message from your brain to your subconscious mind. So it reaches deep into the subconscious mind in order to affect change in your life. Because
Yeah.
everything happens, you'll know this working with the law of attraction cards, everything happens really from the subconscious mind. Now, you don't access your subconscious mind, but you can plant kind of seeds of thoughts into your subconscious mind, and those seeds kind of grow and grow and grow and grow to change your
Yeah.
thoughts, to change your beliefs, to change your actions, your values, your principles, and really that goes on to help you change your life. So an affirmation is a statement of intent
Right.
to your
So,
subconscious
I mean, for
mind.
example, say if somebody wanted to manifest like more wealth or become like happier, what were some examples? What kind of affirmations could they say?
For an example for that, every day, but one of the famous ones was Emil Coué, who really started affirmations off. It was every day and every way I'm getting healthier and healthier. So that was a health one. But you can turn that around and say every day and every way I'm getting wealthier and wealthier. Or you can make
Yeah.
up your own, or you can download some from the internet as well. Is every day I am attracting wealth. I deserve to have wealth in my life. So it's all positive. It's a positive affirmation. It's all positive. It's in the here and now. And that's how you start beginning to attract more and more wealth into your life. Not just by your thoughts, but you have to take action as well. But if you have the thought of attracting wealth into your life, you're more likely to get the impetus to actually take action to bring more wealth into your life. Because a thought alone is not going to bring wealth into your life. That is crap if anybody thinks that. But once you take the positive action with the positive thoughts and the positive affirmations, that's when things really start to take off.
Yeah, that's the thing with affirmations. I mean, from my personal experience, I've used affirmations on and off for years,
Yeah,
and it definitely does make a difference, even on the first day.
yeah,
I mean, people think, if you use a tool, it's going to take a few weeks just to notice effect. It's not like that at all. With
yeah.
affirmations, I noticed the difference right away. I felt my emotions changing. I felt like my thinking changing. I mean, for example, a few years back, I was probably feeling a bit down and didn't realize why. And then I said to myself, well, I'm worth it. I deserve success. I deserve goodness in my
Yeah.
life. And I noticed, my heart area started to change. It felt a lot more different. Like suddenly, as if, I
Yeah.
was changing like the whole current of thoughts that I was having inside. And just like connecting more to who I truly was. So,
But
affirmations, just as simple as that. And emotions as well. If we say affirmations with emotion, I think that's gonna make a big difference. Because if it's just like a blunt thought with like no emotion, just like a robot, it's,
exactly,
it's not the same thing.
exactly.
I mean, talk a bit more about the subconscious mind. Maybe this is going a bit more kind of deeper, but I mean, how do affirmations link with the subconscious mind? Is it just like, I mean, why does it have that effect? Why does saying something affect your subconscious?
Basically, your words, just like your thoughts, have an energy to them. So we spoke about this in the law of attraction many times, cards, but your words and thoughts have energies to them, and that energy affects your whole body.
Yeah,
So if you say energy, the meridian lines in your whole body is affecting all the energy coming up through your meridian lines as well. So if you've got a positive thought, it starts to radiate an energy outwards.
yeah,
So if you think of a positive thought as, even if you think of it in colours as well, but if you start to think of the colours radiating outwards, you're touching kind of more people, you're touching nature, you're touching different aspects of your life. Whereas if you have a negative thought, you're kind of bringing all that energy into yourself and you're sucking all the energy into yourself, almost like a kind of energy vampire. So the positive energy or the positive affirmations, what it does is it creates that energy, but it goes into your subconscious mind
yeah,
as well. Now, your subconscious mind, if you think of it like a deep kind of sea that's just lying there, sometimes it's calm, sometimes it's all over the place. Most of the time it's calm, but you're dropping things into the ocean
yeah,
all the time with your thoughts and with the words that you're speaking every single day and with your beliefs and your values and principles. Now, if you drop positive affirmations into that ocean and you're doing it on a regular basis, those positive affirmations in the ocean are expanding outwards to affect more of the ocean. And these touch all the different elements of your brain even as well, the different tendrils in your brain,
yeah.
and it starts to affect different areas of your life as well. So that's how the subconscious mind can be changed through positive affirmations, if that makes sense. Yeah, if you want to affect change in your life, if you want something specific to happen, for example, if you want to become more wealthier, we'll use that as an example just now. If you want to become more wealthier, you can't just say, every day and every way I'm getting wealthier and wealthier and expect something to happen. You've got to say it every day as well, but you can say it throughout the day. So even when you're driving a car, you just think to yourself, it only takes a couple of seconds, I deserve wealth in my life. I'm becoming wealthier every single day. Everything I do brings wealth into me. I manifest wealth into my life.
So yeah, I was just thinking there that do affirmations? Do you have to say them every single day? Is there like a time limit, or is it just like as and when?
It depends on the kind of thing you want to bring into your life. If you're looking to become more wealthier, or if you want to bring in a relationship into your life, if you want to
Yeah,
become stronger, healthier in your life, you really have to say them every day. You're not going to get anything if you don't put the effort in.
yeah,
So saying the affirmation, what I do is I practice it in the morning. It's 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night during, it's a meditation kind of relaxation session I've got kind of going just now. And you practice them throughout the day as well. So when you're
yeah,
driving or you're waiting in a queue for something, or you're at a doctor's or you're just going to work or something like that, You can say the positive affirmations um, throughout the whole day. The more you say it, the more you affect change in your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
So it's better to do it every single
Yeah,
day.
I mean, I've experimented with a few different ways. I did do like the method where you do the affirmation like for the whole day, but
Yeah,
different affirmations, not just one, maybe like a series of affirmations.
exactly. Yeah,
And then after a while, I start to get like so hectic on a day-to-day basis. There's like, so much happening that I didn't have time to do it. Just like
yeah.
didn't make sense. So even like little 5 minute blocks, maybe like driving somewhere or like in the bus somewhere or something like that. Even little 5 minute blocks, I found still makes a really big difference to affirmations. Because even if it's a little shift in your awareness from the affirmation, it can totally change your life trajectory and move things
Definitely.
like in a different direction. So yeah, I mean, I think yeah, it's good that people should experiment. They can do it like all day, but yeah, little blocks as well. If you're like got a really hectic lifestyle, it's good to have those little blocks. Um,
But that's the thing as well, Cad. You're saying you might not have the time, but you've got the time when you're driving or you're really really busy. You've got the time to think all these other thoughts.
yeah,
So replace these other thoughts with positive affirmations and make it a habit. Once it becomes a habit, you actually start just saying positive affirmations automatically. So if you've got maybe 50,000 thoughts per day,
huh.
you've got maybe 40,000 of those thoughts are really you're just thinking about it's not anything that's going to benefit you at all. It's just thinking about the latest episode of the soap opera you're watching. But you can replace that. You literally can. You can replace it with these positive affirmations. And once you start to replace it, that kind of branches out and reaches on to other thoughts that you have. And pretty soon it consumes you. And that's how really it starts to take an effect in your life.
Cool. Yeah, I was just thinking actually that affirmations is also linked to other technologies like subliminals or hypnosis, because
Yeah,
those are ways to reprogram the subconscious mind.
exactly.
Whereas affirmations is something that you do consciously. I mean, should people be thinking about the affirmation when they're saying it, and also can they do it in their minds, like without the words? Like, say for example, you're on the bus, you can't really say that. Well, I'm wealthy in front of everyone.
Yeah.
So I mean, does it still have effect if you just do it in your mind?
Yeah, because you've got what's called sub-vocalization as well. So when you're thinking a thought, if you even if you tried it just now, if you're thinking something, if you say the word elephant in your mind,
Hmm.
you can still hear that word elephant in your mind. So it's sub-vocalization. So that sub-vocalization has as much power as you actually speaking the word as well, because it's
Right.
in your
Okay.
mind, if that makes sense.
It does. Yeah.
So yeah, you can definitely say it into your own mind, and it's probably better to say if you're going to look like a loony if you're walking about saying positive affirmations all day. That's not going to work because you just get locked up. But yeah, it's definitely better if you just think it and replace your thoughts with the kind of redundant thoughts that you're having day in day out.
Okay, so let's get to some practical examples then to really help people out here. So we've talked about wealth. So you can use affirmations like "I am becoming wealthier every day," or "I'm attracting abundance, I'm saving money, I'm becoming financially successful." That'd
Yeah.
be examples of affirmations for wealth. What are some examples of affirmations for, say, attracting better relationships, becoming happier, becoming more confident?
Well, some examples for that, for attracting better relationships, that's all to do with yourself. So you work on one part of yourself first, and that would be your own self-esteem, your confidence levels. The more confident you are about with yourself, and the higher the self-esteem, you're going to attract better relationships naturally anyway. So you don't just look at the relationships that you want to have in your life.
Hmm.
You have to look at yourself first, just like with anything else, with the law of attraction, with psychology, kind of all those other things as well. You have to look at yourself first.
Right.
So you work on yourself. You have to work on yourself first before you can actually attract others into your life as well. So, but one for relationship is just saying, I deserve to have a good relationship in my life. I deserve to have a fantastic woman in my life and a fantastic man in my life. So it's all about the self-esteem and the confidence side of it as well. Once you become more confident, you radiate more energy.
Yeah.
And to radiate more energy, other people are going to be touched. I know it sounds kind of all out there and it's a bit gooey and whatever, but once you radiate more energy, you touch other people's energy as well. And you realize that when you've noticed, if you've ever went to a party and somebody walks into a room and you're kind of instantly attracted to them, not physically attracted, but
Or
just
could be physically attracted.
somehow. Well, you can be physically attraction as well, yeah. But that person is giving off a radiation, they're radiating energy somehow. And that's what your thoughts do to you, and that's what affirmations can do for you as well. So you work on yourself first if it's something like relationships.
Yeah.
If it's health, something like health, every day and every way I'm getting healthier and healthier. Or I am now, say you want to be 10 stone and you're 12 stone, or 200 pounds and you want to be 160 pounds. I am now 170 pounds. It's just something as simple as that, and there's lots of affirmations you can use to do that. But once you see yourself in your mind as being 170 pounds, you actually start to take action, and your habits begin to change as well. So if you're pigging out in a donut every single day, you start to think about it because you've got this image now in your mind of being 170 pounds instead of 200 pounds. So it starts to change your actions and your habits and your beliefs about what you're doing.
Right, okay, so just to fully understand it, so you do the affirmation, so the affirmation for improving your self-esteem, that affects your fundamental relationships, because how you feel about yourself is how you're going to feel about other people. So that's a core thing that you need to work on first of all. And the second thing is that you get this law of attraction effect. So you say the affirmation goes into your subconscious mind, and then from there you start to vibrate at a different frequency, a different vibration, and that starts to attract a different type of relationship or a different type of situation, and then the situation just kind of rolls from there.
Totally.
So I mean, the affirmation is actually linked with the law of attraction. It's like one of the tools that you can use to like kind of charge the law of attraction a bit more and have it kind of generating upwards. I mean, you've got relationship affirmations, you've got like confidence affirmations, happiness. I mean, can you muddle them all together, do them all at the same time, or do you recommend having have the affirmations like in separate groups? Does it make a difference?
What I recommend in my course is like if you're trying to do 20 different things at once, how many things are you really going to focus on, and you're going to make a change to that? So if you focus on one thing, you're going to affect change much quicker. Right. Whereas if you're focusing on 20 different things at a time, you're only going to affect change tiny little bits in those 20 things. So I would recommend, and I do recommend in my courses as well, that you just concentrate on one aspect of your life at a time. So if you do that for 2 weeks, Cads, imagine 2 weeks, every 2 weeks you change something you focus on. So it could be for the first 2 weeks about confidence, second 2 weeks is about wealth, then health, then relationships, then spirituality. You're going to have 26 different aspects of your life that you can change in 1 year. Wow. Now, that is really powerful, because when you think about it, how many things do you change in a year, normal day-to-day life? You don't really change that much. But if you change 26 aspects of your life, that is really powerful.
That'd be your life completely transformed.
Totally.
If you're doing 26 things, that's just like you living in a different reality if you did that.
It's mental, isn't it?
And it's amazing actually that affirmations, you notice the effect even within the first day, but then it really starts to kind of build the momentum over time. I mean, is there any kind of tools that people can use to kind of help affirmations along? I mean, say like somebody else saying the affirmations and you kind of repeating it along with them, or even like writing down the affirmations. Does that make a difference? I mean, is there any strategies there?
Yeah, you can write down the affirmations as well. That's a great way to do it. With regards to somebody else saying it to you, that's another great way to do as well. If you're listening to audio affirmations, which obviously we kind of do, we've got audio affirmations out there. But again, you say it in the first person. So it's I am attracting wealth every single day. So you would listen to me saying that, but at the same time, you're actually saying that in your own mind as well, and you repeat it in your own mind. So that's a good tool to use. Again, writing it down is just another way to get it out, that energy out into the open. So if you're writing something down, you're saying it in your head, you're sub-vocalizing it, and you're seeing it in your mind as well. It all goes to culminate in this kind of law of attraction effect. So writing it down is a good thing as well, if you've got kind of spare time. But listening to it, probably the best way to do it, I would say. So there's lots of ways. And obviously, meditation or relaxation, for want of a better word, relaxation would be better, is to relax, to be able to access your subconscious mind is a great way for the affirmations to seep in and plant the seeds. Because you need to
Right.
plant the seed first. Once you've planted the seed, then you can start to grow it by repeating it, and that's what you're doing. And once you start repeating it, that's when it branches off into all areas of your life, not just one aspect.
Okay, so just to clarify, meditation. You mentioned meditation.
Yeah,
You say we should meditate so that can help the affirmation go deeper in.
yeah. Or rather get into a meditative state.
Right, I see.
Because there's lots of different meditation types. You can do lots of transcendental meditation. You wouldn't be able to use affirmations with that, for example, because you're focusing on something entirely different.
Yeah.
But if you can get into a meditative state, then that will really, really help with the affirmations. And with the programs, I don't mean to talk about my programs, but the programs I've got, I've actually recognized that
Yes.
you need to be in that meditative state. So I've used something called isochronic tones
Yeah.
that automatically get you into a meditative state, and the same
Right,
time
okay.
you're listening to affirmations at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's combining the power of meditation, the power of affirmations, the power of music, the power of the voice, and the power of sub-vocalization as well. Combines all that to make the affirmation really, really work much more quickly.
Yeah, I think what you're getting at is, total immersion.
Yeah,
It's not just like one little technique that you do and, the rest of the day or whatever, you're doing other stuff. It's
yeah,
total immersion. Having like the affirmation, blasting on your audio when you're in the car. And, whenever you're sitting down at your desk, you've got the affirmations written down there, you see that your subconscious picks up on it. And then
exactly.
also like getting into a meditative state. And like even before bed, before bed is a great way, I think, for the affirmation.
Yeah, that's one of the best ways, because if you're going to your bed at night with these affirmations in your mind, chances are that your dreaming world, you're going to start to think about these affirmations, not immediately, but you're going to start to think about these affirmations.
Yeah.
So then it's going to seep further into your subconscious mind. So just before you go to bed at night is a fantastic time to do as well. Just in the morning, when your subconscious mind is just awakening up as well, that's the best time to do it, as well as at night. So I do it morning and at night just before I go to bed. So really, really,
Yeah, I've noticed actually, because when I was doing affirmations during the day, obviously you get a certain type of effect, and then you don't realise that there's actually more levels to the power of affirmations. And that
exactly.
happens when, if you do the affirmations before you go to bed. So like 10 minutes before bed, do your affirmations or even read the affirmations and then
Yeah,
go to bed as your last thing. Those thoughts go like really deep into your subconscious. And then when you wake up,
exactly.
your perspective and your belief systems always changed a little bit. And if you keep doing it, it starts to change even quicker. And then before you know it, you're living a totally different reality and you don't even realize it.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing way. And the other thing with the subconscious as well is that, you want to, obviously you're talking about meditative state, you want to be really, really relaxed to
Mm,
get into the subconscious. You're going to get deeper. And sleep is the deepest, kind of state you can get in.
exactly, yeah.
So you're getting like full change that way.
Well, if you think about it that way as well, what we're talking about here is your brain waves, your pattern of brain waves. Now, normally when me and you're talking just now, we're in what's called a beta brainwave pattern.
Beta, right?
So
Yeah.
we're really kind of focused. We know what we're talking about. We're focused on what we're talking about. If you're getting into a kind of more daydreamy, meditative state, you're in what's called an alpha state of mind. So it's the alpha brain waves, and they resonate at 7 to 14 hertz. So that's where your brain waves are resonating at in a kind of meditative state. So in the morning is when you're really in an alpha state, when you're just waking up. At night, just before you go to bed, your body's relaxing, your brain's relaxing, you're in an alpha state. So it's no surprise that this is the best time to use affirmations, when you're in that alpha state. And then when you're sleeping, obviously you go through to the theta state and the delta state, and that's when it really gets into your subconscious mind. But in the alpha state of mind, that's when it can really affect change much, much quicker. So there's lots of different brainwave patterns that you're going throughout the day. So
Yeah.
for example, throughout the day, if you're going through your day-to-day normal life and you're using these affirmations, they still work, but you're in the beta brainwave state. So they don't work quite as well. That's why we recommend trying to get into a meditative state.
Right, okay, that makes great sense. That's going to be a revelation to a lot of people, because our subscribers, obviously we've got 270,000 subscribers. People are going to be putting their comments in at the bottom of the video, and wondering, maybe wondering that they've used affirmations in the past before and it didn't give them the results, or maybe they tried it for a little while, got some initial results, and then end up back where they started. But yeah, that stuff you've said about getting into like a meditative state, being in a relaxed state of mind, so the affirmation is going to go like fully deep. That's like almost like the missing key that people are missing out on. I think that's going to be a revelation to a lot of people. And yeah, if affirmations aren't working for you, try that thing before bed. Just write maybe like 10 affirmations or even less than that. Just concentrate on your core affirmations just before bed, and then keep that going for a few weeks, and then you'll notice, even in the first few nights, you'll notice like a massive difference.
Yeah, definitely.
It's amazing.
Definitely.
So Steve, yeah, this is absolutely fantastic information. I think it's going to really help a lot of people. And how do people learn more about you, and where can they find out more information?
Well, about the affirmations, we've just started a brand new site with new products coming on every single week at 99positiveaffirmations.com. So you can check that out and just see exactly what we've got there. We've got blog posts to tell you exactly how they work and why they work. And I've also got the blog as well, which is stephenaitchison.co.uk/blog, and the Facebook page at Change Your Thoughts Today. So it's facebook.com, Change Your Thoughts Today. And you'll get lots of downloads there, or lots of images there that are positive in nature to affect your mind. And we've got the 99 Positive Affirmations Facebook page that we just started as well. So lots of places to become more positive and get those positive affirmations. And the audio positive affirmations you'll get at 99positiveaffirmations.com. And I hope it helps.
I think when I last looked, there was also quite a few free downloads there. So I mean, what kind of download goodies, apart from the images and is there like audios as well there, or?
But we've got one for gain courage and confidence, because as I said at the very beginning of this webinar, you really have to work on yourself before you can actually attract other things into your life that you want. So if you gain courage and confidence within yourself, we've got a free 15-minute MP3 download for that as well. And that's all it takes, 15 minutes per day. If you listen to that for even a couple of days, you'll see the big difference it makes in your life. So you can get that free of charge at the 99positiveaffirmations.com site.
So any comments, any questions you've got, if you please put it in the comment box below, and we'll get Stephen to try and address any questions that you guys have. But yeah, Stephen, thanks very much for your time. It's been a pleasure to have you, and hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah, Kat, it's always a pleasure talking to me, and hopefully we can meet up in Edinburgh sometime again, and the drinks are on you.
All right, cheers. All right, cheers. See you, Steve.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bye.
Bye now.